Bonjour, je m'appelle Ashwin, and today we're going to be going through the Introduction to French 1 slides. So in the slides, you'll be learning an overview of the objectives that you'll be learning in French. Now, before we continue, I'm a tutor for peer knowledge sharing, and we have a YouTube channel. So what is peer knowledge sharing? Peer knowledge sharing is a website where you can get free online tutoring and it's personalized learning. So whatever course you need help with, you can come to us. We can help you with that. So there's a website, peerknowledgesharing.com. So what is the French language about? So the French language is spoken in many different countries, not only France, there's also Belgium, Canada, there's even places like Goa. And so what is a Romance language? Now, French is a Romance language, and so are other languages such as Spanish, Italian. So those are all kind of in a group called Romance languages. So gender usage in French. As you can see, there are different words here, which are the same words but different meanings in different genders. So you have la critique, which is like a critic, and la critique, which is criticism. So you can see masculine, feminine. So you may think, well, why is this needed? So not only do you have this, but there are some words with the same meaning, but they are masculine and feminine. And also there's like a third pronoun, which is just like kind of non-binary, so anyone can use that. Well, different genders use this because if a woman would have to say or use like a specific noun, they would have to use the la in front of it, and usually, or un, and it would end with an e most of the time. While if a male was supposed to use it, they would have an le or a un, and usually there would be no e at the end of the sentence. Similarities between English and French. So English and French both kind of come from that similar Latin language. And so there are actually a lot of similar words and similar meanings. So a cat in English, in French is un chat. So kind of you can see the similarities on how it looks and kind of same meaning. Blue in English is bleu in French, and table in English, in French it's la table. So I mean, you can kind of see the similarities between English and French, and there will be a lot more words that you'll discover as you go on in French. And the French culture. So with French culture, there's actually a big variety of culture, but the one as I have here, as you can see, are like a bunch of bread. Bread is actually a very big part of French people's lives. They kind of take it in a serious way. So like an example is if you have a baguette, let's say for example, if you flip it upside down, it's actually it's like a source of unluckiness, or in French, malchance. And so as you go on in French 1, French 2, and even French 3, you'll learn a lot about French culture and what kinds of French culture there is. So for resources, now in French, when you're learning French, you wouldn't want to use Google Translate a lot because it's not really a trustworthy kind of translating resource, and also sometimes it is pretty false. And you don't want to just translate your full sentences. You want to be able to structure and make up your own sentences, and that's why there's a word reference, so you can get the definitions of words and then kind of compile different words together to make the sentence. Now, after this video, the next video will start to go into basics of French, so learning your dates, your numbers, and simple informal and formal greetings.